Yo, it seems like Cosmos is finally getting the recognition that I believe it deserved for so many months, maybe even years. Atom going through the roof recently, all the way up to $44, scratching on the new all-time highs. Osmosis has done incredibly well, with the coin price going up to over $8.50. The TVL crossing $1 billion in liquidity, and trading volume smashing through $100 million in 24 hours. There's many more projects in that ecosystem. And if you have been around here on my YouTube channel, you are aware that I cover mostly Cosmos here on this channel. If you're new, welcome and happy new year to all of you guys. This is where I talk most about the latest Cosmos things. Atom value accrual, we had a giant live stream a couple of days ago with the co-founder of Cosmos, with co-developers, co-contributors, and some of the biggest names in Cosmos. And if you find that exciting, then please make sure to subscribe to this YouTube channel, number one. Number two, like this video, share it with 1 or 2 friends. And number three, also make sure to watch the entire thing. Guys, breaking news. I'm really excited to announce that Evmos is now the lead sponsor of Cryptocito. Here on my YouTube channel, you're going to see a lot of Evmos specific content in the future, with interviews lined up, with more content also around the upcoming mainnet launch that is just around the corner. So stay tuned for that. And big shout out and thanks to Evmos for sponsoring me. And yeah, check them out, evmos.org. Follow them on Twitter at evmos.org. And also the whole team, Federico, Akash, and Liam. And yeah, enjoy today's episode. So as you can tell, I have a different background here. I'm in Tulum, Mexico. And if you're around, then let me know. Hit me up on Twitter or join my Telegram group at cryptocitos_friends. And on Twitter, you can find me at cryptocito. Please don't fall for any scammers out there. There's a lot of people also commenting under the videos with fake WhatsApp numbers or addresses or groups or investment trading terminals, whatever it is. I don't have anything like that. I don't have any paid group or membership. And I don't give trading advice or investment advice at all, right? You guys are all old and mature enough to take your own accountability and responsibility to whatever you do in crypto. It's a wild industry. The fastest growing industry under the sun means there's a lot of opportunity. But at the same time, you have to be careful because everybody's trying to sell you something or to get you in a trading group and to promise you quick returns. So don't fall for these things. And that said, now let's look into some of the recent price action that Cosmos Atom has done, and also Osmosis. And also, if you're new to this, what Osmosis in Cosmos even is. So the new year started off pretty boring for Bitcoin and Ethereum. We're below 50K for Bitcoin, below 4K for Ethereum. But if you scroll a little bit, you would notice that we are back in the top 20 with Cosmos Atom, and we're back up above $40, right? So that's really cool. $11.5 billion in market cap, up 50% in the past 7 days. And trading volume also looks really good, almost $2 billion. And if you look at the chart, we have been here before, right? We have been above $40 3 times in September and October. And now, for the first time, after this crazy run from $20, where a lot of people could load up on the dip, and now in the first week of January, we see this very positive price development. I usually don't talk too much about the price because I focus more about the ideology behind it, about the products that are involved in that, and about the whole architecture of Cosmos, right? So if you're new to Cosmos, Cosmos is an internet of blockchains, basically the first and only of its kind, at least as I'm aware of it. There's Polkadot, for example, that also tries to do something similar, but it's the entire opposite of it in terms of how it's built, in terms of the architecture, right? So Cosmos is built on the premise that there's going to be millions of blockchains, and most of them, or many of them, will be sovereign, right? That means that they will have their own chain, they will have their own validator network, they will have their own rules, they will have their own modularity, right? They will have their own purpose, they will application build chains, right? That's the whole idea, the core philosophy that Cosmos has, which also means that there's no central point of failure, right? So the Cosmos Hub, what you can see on CoinGecko, what I just showed you, Cosmos Atom, is kind of like the most known chain in Cosmos, but it does, nothing depends on it, right? Luna, for example, is built on Cosmos. It even has a bigger market cap than Cosmos Atom, but it doesn't depend on Cosmos, on the hub, the Cosmos Hub, right? So if the Cosmos Hub were to go down, Luna would not be affected. Osmosis would not be affected. None of this would be affected on a technical layer, right? So this is the core thing to understand. Whereas in Polkadot, for example, or Kusama, if the the Polkadot relay chain were to go down, or the Kusama relay chain, everything that's pegged to it, all the parachains will go down as well, which poses an immense risk, right? So that's something that separates the two. Of course, a lot of people have criticized that, oh, Atom doesn't accrue enough value for the fact that it does not enforce these dependencies. But the price and the market is showing otherwise, right? And if you want to learn more about the Atom value accrual, I highly recommend you to watch a stream I did recently with Zaki Manian, Jack Zempel, Billy Rennekamp, and Ethan Buckman, who are some of the most known and well recognized people within the Cosmos ecosystem and great builders. Ethan is even the co-founder of Cosmos, who was along with Jay Kwon. So watch that. But in short, basically what's coming for Atom as a coin, and hence I'm so bullish, and Atom is also my biggest investment within the Cosmos ecosystem by far, is that there will be interchain security, and there will also be IBC routing and liquid staking, right? So those are three of the main things that I think will accrue tremendous value for Atom in the in this year, 2022. And yeah, if you want to go into more depth on that, please watch the stream I did with Billy, Ethan, Jack, and Zaki. That said, extremely bullish on what's happening with Cosmos, extremely bullish also what's happening in the ecosystem. And one of the main drivers for the recent rally, in my opinion, could also have been the project called Osmosis, right? So if you're not familiar with Osmosis, it's basically an AMM that connects all the liquidity within all these Cosmos chains, right? Inspired by Balancer, replicated now for the Cosmos ecosystem, IBC enabled, and just a great design around it. And if we look at the price here, which I can't still believe my eyes, we're above $8. Absolutely crazy, $2.2 billion in market cap, and fully diluted of 8.3 billion. Max supply is 1 billion coins. They have what's called a thirdening. So every year the issuance, the supply rate cuts by a third, similar to Bitcoin's issuance, and Bitcoin's inflation cuts in half every 4 years with a halvening. Osmosis has the thirdening every year. So that's really exciting. And that enables also crazy APRs, right? So we can look into some numbers in a second. But yeah, Osmosis is basically trading at all-time highs. So that's something really cool for cosmonauts out there who have been there since day one. And I've made tutorials and videos how to use Osmosis literally since day one. Even before it came out, I remember I made a video where I said there might be an airdrop coming. This was in February of 2020. And then the airdrop came in June, and then they launched also incentivized pools in June. And since then, I have been farming, and it's been absolutely crazy. If you look here at pools, now we're on the platform here on Osmosis, you can see that there are still crazy APRs, right? For the Atom Osmo pool, 98%. For the Ion Osmo pool, 52%. AKT, 49%. Here, 117, 190. You choose, you pick your pool, and you start farming. And every day at the epoch time, you can compound if you wish to do that, right? There's currently, I think, around 30 chains, 30 assets that are traded on Osmosis. The latest ones being Lum Network, Chihuahua, which is the first IBC-enabled meme coin in the world. Stargaze, great NFT platform that just launched their coin, also activated inflation now, so you can earn staking rewards, and Comdex, and many more that you can trade here. One of them has also been Ion, right? And Ion, a lot of people have asked me about it. What is Ion? What does it do? Why do we need it? Ion is also natively built into Osmosis, and it's an experiment basically where you first build a community and then you find a use case around it, right? So that's kind of like something very wild, but the community has been really active, and hence the Ion price shot up to over 10K last night. So it's a very scarce commodity out there. There's only 21,000 Ions that exist, and most of them have been clawed back, which means that they're basically taken out of the supply and are back in the community fund right now. And that affects, I think, 16,500 of the ions that have been created initially. And they were clawed back because initially they were supposed to go to airdrop, being airdropped to users, but they were just never claimed, right? So that's why here, if you look at some of the stats, the price has gone up, especially here. I think the clawback was sometime in mid-December. We also had a live stream around that, and since then it has been going up into the right. So that's something really cool. I bought a bunch of ion around $2,000, and I made this memorable video also with Coney Daddy on his show, where I said, man, you gotta have ion. This is a community thing, right? And if you rather choose to stake your Osmosis, your Osmo coins, there's currently still 97% APR on staking, right? So that number is crazy by itself. 14.5% on the Cosmos Hub for Atom, and around 30% for Secret Network. That's just showing up here on the top on Casper, which is the predominant wallet within the Cosmos ecosystem. There's also Cosmos Station. You can also check it out. Both of them have also mobile apps, so you can play around with that. And yeah, so Osmosis, in my opinion, is still the best kept secret out there. People are making literally more than they ever made in terms of a living per month just by farming, just by staking, just by compounding, right? Besides the price appreciation, even when Osmosis was going sideways, just from the staking rewards, people made so much money and are still making so much money. So the question now is, and I get this a lot as well, can this go on forever? Obviously not, right? Of course, the more people join, the smaller the piece of the cake that you're getting is going to be. And also, with the third inning that I talked about earlier, the entire size of the cake will shrink, so it will get smaller. That's just part of the thing. And as always in life, if you're early to something that is innovative, that has sustainable features in it, then you will get most rewarded, right? Of course, you take the highest risk, but you also get the most rewards. And that's what we've seen with Osmosis here. For everyone who got in pretty early must be sitting on crazy, crazy gains. Not to even mention all the airdrops that were given, right? So many airdrops also for Osmosis liquidity providers. We just had Bitsong, Stargaze, Lum Network did an airdrop, and many more. And one of the most exciting airdrops that is coming up now is the Evmos airdrop. So Evmos, and I think that's also where we can leave today's video, is basically an Ethereum on Cosmos. It's an EVM compatible hub that is residing as a Cosmos chain and also IBC enabled, right? So you can basically write applications or migrate applications that are written in Solidity over to Cosmos. And that's something that has been in works for many years. And then it got basically done in the past couple of weeks. And now the mainnet is just around the corner. And with the mainnet launch, there will also be a giant airdrop. And they call it wrecked drop because they will also give portion of the supply to people that got wrecked by gas fees on Ethereum, right? So that's, I think, one of the smartest user acquisition strategies out there, to just give coins to users that got wrecked by a product that you want to replace, right? And I think that's something that makes a lot of sense. For details, please read this article where you see the eligibility. This is not 100% final yet, but most of it is already being described really well here, even for Atom people, Cosmos Hub users, for Osmosis users, and Ethereum gas drop victims, basically. Here's also all the Ethereum dApps that you can see that are considered for this, even bridge users, even people that got exploited, got hacked, got wrecked, got scammed. Very, very cool. And most of the supply will be given out as an airdrop because Evmos does not have giant VC funding, right? It's funded actually through the Cosmos community. There was a proposal on the Cosmos governance, and then 100,000 atoms were allocated to make Evmos happen and to revive the project. So that's why they can give out, and they will give out, most of the supply to the community. I strongly recommend you guys to also follow Federico, who is one of the co-founders of Evmos. I also had him here on my channel, and he just tweeted this out a few hours ago. Hashtag Evmos. And then Zoltan asked about tokenomic news, and he said, we're going to announce Evmos tokenomics in the next few days, working on the blog post today and tomorrow. So stay tuned for those things. Follow Federico. Besides that, he's also posting a lot of other cool stuff. For example, also here, giving more alpha around Evmos, which will be the first chain on mainnet to integrate into-chain accounts on Cosmos. So much innovation coming from Evmos. There's also a lot of projects already lined up that will deploy on Evmos, Ethereum dApps, and a lot of new projects that will also be started, even NFT projects, and a lot of DeFi, I think, is going to happen on Evmos. So watch out for that. Evmos is going to launch with a bang, and I hope you enjoyed this video today. Maybe the next time we can also look into some more IBC statistics and traffic and talk more about that. There has been now, I think, already 30 chains that are connected through IBC to each other. A lot of traffic around it. And guys, I think it's Cosmos season. It's airdrop season on Cosmos. Things are going vertical. And yeah, I think it's a great time to be in Cosmos and to learn about it and get involved, become part of the community and play around with the products, because there's many of them, right? There's also Sifchain that you can play around with. There's the Gravity DEX on Emirates, right? And all these kind of things. So yeah, thanks for tuning in. We'll see you guys soon. Let me know if you're in Tulum. Hit me up and we'll see you guys the next time. Stay safe and be good.